girl named Danny on this app, and she just told a whole story about how her and her best friend were pregnant at the same time. But get this, they both pregnant by Danny's baby daddy. Yep. And the story goes like this.
So women be always driving men crazy in a relationship. Part of the reason we know that is that women tend to respond with emotion as opposed to men who respond by logic. So the two parties are always having a hard time understanding each other's needs, understanding where the other person is coming from, right? Where in terms of like their feelings or any problems that arise in that relationship. Now, the one biggest misconception that women fail to realize is that dating and fairy tales are two different things. You see a lot of women, they watch all these fairy tale, all this Disney nonsense, and they try to adapt it to their real life, right? They bring it into their relationship. They try to run their relationship like a movie script. Little do they know that this is real life. And this is what causes majority of problems within their relationship. And this is what ends up stressing the men out, because now a man, he's not able to enjoy his peace, his happiness, because he's out there competing and trying to give her that fairy tale lifestyle that she's craving for or she's crying about. That's the one thing. So I think taking out these fairy tale plots and stopping watching them altogether, I think it would help their relationship for the better. Anyways, you got another video reaction. Make sure to click the like button, subscribe, and let's go.
What's your name? Archie. Archie, nice to meet you, bro. In a relationship for almost 4 years now with your girl?
Yes.
Is your girl loyal though, first of all?
Yes.
Yo, what if I were to say I have a dating app that searches any dating app with just a face photo? Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Alright, what's her name?
Alejandra.
Alejandra. Okay,
Yeah.
Spanish. Where's she from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. How old is she?
25.
And do you have a face photo so AI can recognize her? You have a photo, right?
I do. Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah. I
is
did.
that her right there?
All right.
Alright, now that the AI is loading, do you ever think she'll be in the dating app?
I hope not, bro.
Not?
I hope not,
So
bro.
this is loading, it's gonna take 30 seconds. Alright, the results just came back. Look, is this her, bro? Is this Alejandra?
Yeah, that's crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy, bro. Yo, look,
Fucking
it says
crazy.
right here that she's on Tinder verified. She pays for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
What are you
crazy.
gonna do about it? You gonna call her? Or, like, honestly?
Yeah, I'm a
curious.
fucking. Yeah, I guess so, bro.
Damn, bro.
I guess so.
Fuck her, bro. You gotta move on to the next now.
Man, bro is so innocent, you know. It's so sad looking at a man like this being played like that, and he doesn't deserve it. You can clearly see the innocence in his face, man. He wasn't really expecting his girlfriend to be on these dating apps, but little did he know that in these 4 years she been playing him all along. She is on the biggest dating app out there, which is Tinder. So what the heck is she doing there? Huh? What is she doing there if she already got a man? Why is she out there still swiping? What's she trying to look for? Man, I feel bad for him, man. Like, you feel like that's like a nail to the coffin. Imagine finding your girlfriend, the one you trusted, in a dating app. Damn. What's actually even more embarrassing is imagine your bestie, your boy, finding her right there. And imagine him matching with her too. Because you know how boys be, right? They be on these dating apps swiping right. No matter how many pounds the woman is, no matter, you know, how many problems or drama or whatever the case may be, she could be a prisoner for all you know. He's still gonna be swiping right. So imagine if his boy just swiped right on her too and matched. Damn, that would be really bad. But this is worse as it is too. Like, yo, he's in TikTok, man, in front of millions, and he's getting exposed like this. Damn.
Things my ex did, but I still stayed. There were times where he smelled so bad that I had to force him to shower and brush his teeth. He would make me pay for literally everything and would ask me for money to buy me gifts. If I wanted to go over to his house, he would tell me that the only way I could be there was if I cleaned his whole house. I would literally have to sweep, mop, wash dishes, do the laundry, everything. He would threaten to break up with me if I didn't let him use my car because he didn't have one. And sometimes he would hide my car keys so that I couldn't go anywhere, which made me be late for either school or work. He was also a really bad driver, so one time when he borrowed my car, he hit a wall and then part of my bumper just came off. And I told my parents that it was me. He also forced me to stop talking to my friends, and then he would tell me to my face that they were so pretty and that he wished he could date them instead of me. He also refused to get a job, and he would wait all day outside of my job until my shift finished so that I could buy him stuff. He would also try to control what I wore and would get mad if my outfit was showing too much or if it was showing too little. He would always talk about how we should join the gym, and when we did, all he would do was either stare at other girls or talk about how much better they were than me. I'm not even kidding. There would be so many times when he'd be like, go up to that girl and ask her what she does to work out so you can look like her. He would also ask me to write his essays, and when I would say no, he would say how stupid I was, and then he would talk about how he was gonna break up with me. He would always make plans with me and then would ditch me to go hang out with his friends. And the worst part about this was, let's say that we had planned to go golfing, he would ditch me and go golfing with his friends. He would also bring his dirty clothes to my house and make me do his laundry because he said that that was all I was good for. He would also constantly tell me all the things that I could do to make myself look hotter. Honestly, if any of you are dating a guy that does any of these things, you need to leave him. Like, I'm not even joking. Leave him now.
You know what I don't understand, man? I'm actually fed up with these type of videos, right? Like, if you're gonna name the things your ex did and you still stayed, I mean, is this really, like, is it their fault or is it your fault? First things first, it just shows whatever he was doing, you were liked it, you were lighting with it. I mean, if your ex was not taking a shower, man, he's smelling like a garbage man 24/7, and he's making you like, act like I'm housemaid here, cleaning his house and all, without even paying you, not even minimum wage or anything, like, come on, man. And you still stuck there, like, what is this? It's your fault, ain't it? So I don't think you should be blaming your ex, because I think the reason now you want to complain is because the relationship is over. But at that time, you weren't complaining, you were doing it obediently. So you want to tell me whose fault this is at? Because I don't think it's his. You know, you loved him the way he was, even if he was a little bit stinky, you know. So I don't understand how women will be like here naming like a whole 360 novel of how many things the ex did that were so bad but they still stay. Like, I'm sure you did some too. How about the things you did? How about we ask him too? How about we get it, evenly from his point of view as well?
I didn't know I was getting like charged with anything until like TMZ posted that.
No way, really?
I woke up in Miami. I was in Miami, and then I don't think I've really told this story either, but because a lot of people thought like I was like missing a court date or something, but like that wasn't it. Like, I've lived in a lot of different houses. I've lived over the years, so like whatever they sent to come tell me I had to do something, like I didn't see it. So I woke up in Miami, and my manager comes in and like shows me. He's like, "Look, they're about to post this," and I said, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "This is not like, there's no way." And then he was like, "Yeah, like I wouldn't get on Instagram today. I would stay off of social media." And I was like, "All right." And then people just started calling me and texting me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, that's the same way I found out. I found out the same way everybody else did.
And that was 2021?
2021.
2021.
Yeah. And so that night I went to the studio, and that's when I made Flu Game. So that's why I was like, I want to put this in now, because it's like, it was the same day.
What was pushing you to make music?
I was like sitting around all day, and I was just like depressed, and I was like, I need to just, that's the only thing I really know, like, to like escape from things. So like, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, I just need to do something to get my mind off of this.
Wait, I'm trying to get my timelines right. So that was 2021 you found out when your manager showed you the TMZ article, and that's when you recorded Flu Game. But didn't Flu Game not come out till 2023?
Yeah.
So you recorded it the day you found out, and you released 2 years later.
Yeah. Because like I was saying, like I would feel different every day. And like how I felt when I first, because the first thing I put out was just on YouTube, because my label at the time that I was signed to wouldn't let me release any music. So that's another reason why I haven't dropped a lot of music since then, because like I wasn't really allowed to. They wouldn't let me. So when I was like, fuck, I'm gonna put something on YouTube. I felt like Flu Game was a little too like sad, and I didn't really want people to like, I didn't know the best way to like go about it. So I just like was doing what I thought. And then by the time the case was actually over, I was like, I want to do Flu Game. So
Years later, so
Yeah.
it starts where it ends.
yeah.
Yo, I remember when this story came out. So if you guys don't know who this is, man, this is Lil Mosey, man. At one point, this guy was trending, I remember, and he was young too. I think he was like 17 or something when he started, making hits. All right, he was up there, man. He's a rapper for all of you guys who don't know him, but his career kind of went downhill, and that was because he got accused of, I'm not even gonna say the word, but let's say raping. How about that? We say that, yeah? So he was accused of that by some girl, whatever, at whatever party, which turned out to actually be a lie. But the thing is, when that story came out, all these news channels that aired it out, man, he was crucified on those channels, man. Let me tell you that his image was destroyed, and he was quiet. He never was on the internet trying to defend himself or anything. I mean, he let it play it out. He went to court, he fought his case, he won, and they found out that, you know, she actually lied. But you know what she did, man? She destroyed his image, destroyed his career. And ever since, even though he got that cleared out of his record, ever since he tried coming back, he's not the same anymore. You know, his songs are not hitting anymore. Like, he's still there, but I mean, you barely hear about him. You barely hear about the number ones. Or that goes on to show how much a woman can actually destroy, how much of your career a woman can actually destroy, right? Because he just took this woman, I don't know, she could have been bitter, she maybe dated him, whatever, and maybe he broke up with her, maybe he didn't want to see her, maybe he was cheating on her, who knows, but yo, she ruined his image. And guess what? He didn't even get compensated for it. You know, this girl just went out, aired it out, boom, all these channels picked it up, spread it like wildfire, and bam, look at him now. Even though he was innocent, his career still suffered, his image still suffers. So what does that tell you? Man, these women, you gotta be careful. Go watch out.
You look nice.
Thank you, so do you.
What's your name?
Jemima.
Jemima, you're... I swear you look good. Do I? I do right now. Jemima, take my Snapchat down. I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
Of course I don't know who that is.
You have a girl.
Are you gonna believe him over me?
You have a girl.
You're breaking my heart, Jemima. Bro, you have a girlfriend.
Man, look at that, right? He got burnt right there. I don't know if this was a prank or what, but he just got destroyed. And you can actually tell, like, her response had to do with everything that man said right there. You know, so even if it was a joke, it wasn't cool, man. You costed my man that number or that snap, whatever it was, right? And that's the thing, right? Like, I think when you're dating, all it takes is some random bozo to come spread some lies, and boom, you're fumbling it now. You know what I mean? You're fumbling that ball. Right? So I mean, I guess some dudes think it's funny, but I mean, it's kind of childish, you know. And that's the thing, man. Some people don't understand this. They have no social awareness whatsoever, right? They will just come there, say whatever they want, and they will actually put you in such a bad light that she don't even want to mess with you no more, and you can't even crawl your way out of it no more. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna think like you're lying. You're trying to cover up your lies just because some dude who you don't even know came in said that you have a girlfriend or baby mama or whatever kids, however many kids you may have, you know?
What's the most attractive language?
It's Dutch.
Dutch?
Mhm.
Why is that?
It's the most sensual.
Oh, shit. Oh, tell us something in Dutch right now.
Als je begrijpt mij, je weet dat ik hoor je.
I don't know what she just said, but champagne.
You know what's funny? I find like nowadays anybody can make up a language, especially women. Like, if you know, they can say they know however X amount of languages. How are you gonna know they know those languages? They can just start speaking gibberish. As long as they're pretty cute, you're gonna be eating whatever they're telling you, right? So you're not even gonna question it. Like, how many of you guys knew what she was saying? She was probably talking gibberish, man. Like, I don't even think that's Dutch, but a lot of you guys would have been so lost in, you know, the beauty of it, and just would have believed her whole BS, right? Because you guys don't care what women are telling you, what's coming out of their mouth. You just focus on how they look like and what you want to do to them. You don't even question it. Yeah, you know, I bet you some of you right there thought that was actually real Dutch. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think that's Dutch. I don't even know what she said, but I think it's gibberish, way far from Dutch. You know, if she knows Dutch and that's how Dutch sounds like, that's embarrassing, because I don't think that's how it sounds, right? So I think some of these women are full of cap. That's like when you meet women and they will tell you, like, you know, they're mixed, like freaking 10 different ethnicities. Like, how is that even possible? But they'll tell you, I'm part this, part that, quarter this, quarter, like, get out of here. Just tell me, are you either this or not, you know? But don't be talking about all these different halves and quarters and all this, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the times is what it is women are just trying to make themselves come off as exotic than they actually are, right?
My favorite move on a date, if like you haven't, like, you want to like kiss, or you want to like, but you haven't like established like you haven't even touched each other yet, or like you feel a little bit nervous, is that I pretend that I know how to read palms, and I'll be like, ooh, give me your hand, like, I'm gonna read your future or whatever, and I like joke around about it, and then I gotta touch them, and then I'm like tracing my finger on their palm, and I'm like, ooh, but here's the thing, I don't know how to read palms, and I should look it up. but I won't. I won't. Because I've come this far without knowing how to do it, and I don't think I know. I need to know how. And I just hold their hand, and then I'm leaning, and then they're leaning, and then I go, ooh, going on a trip soon, or I'll be like, ooh, you're gonna have a long life, and you're gonna be so healthy, and then we're already leaning in, and then all you have to do is look up, and then you're making out. Success rate, 100%.
Hey, that's smooth. You know, you boys out there better be taking these notes down, literally. But my question is like, why is she using this move on the men? Usually the men will be the ones who are using moves like this. Like if you have to be pulling moves like this to get a little smooch, must mean the guy you're going out with is not a man. I think you're going out with another woman. Like literally, does that even make any sense? Like a woman literally taking the guy's hand and running all these BS routines, all in the hopes of getting a little smooch. You know, I don't think the guy you're going out with is a real man. Because like, I think if a guy finds you attractive, he's going to find a way to pull the first move. He's going to be the one who's going to kiss you, who's going to lean in to kiss you. You shouldn't be running this routine to, you know, get a little smooch from him. That's forcing it. That's trying too hard. Unless you're going out with other women, then that would make perfect sense. But hey, man, I haven't tried this, but hey, thanks for the tip. I think I'll write it down. I'll try it. How about that? I'll field test it and I'll tell you boys if it works or not.
There's this girl named Danny on this app, and she just told a whole story about how her and her best friend were pregnant at the same time. But get this, they both pregnant by Danny's baby daddy. Yep. And the story goes like this. Danny tells her best friend, hey, I'm pregnant. She was like, oh, shit, me too. Well, we all know who Danny's baby daddy is, but who is the best friend's baby daddy? So Danny asked her, wait, how'd you get pregnant? And the girl says, it was some random man I had sex with one night. It was a one-night stand. So Danny asked her, hey, are you going to keep the baby? And the best friend's like, yeah, I'm keeping the baby. And Danny was like, yeah, I just wanted to ask her because, you know, she's going to be single by herself trying to raise a child. Well, 6 months go by, y'all, and Danny and her best friend start planning the baby shower. This some nasty work, y'all. Danny's best friend tells her, hey, I ain't having no baby shower. I've been down. My emotions been up and down. I'm just not feeling. Well, Danny, as a nice friend, was like, I understand why she may not want to have a baby shower. She don't know who the man is. She may be feeling like a really baby. That wasn't the reason why she was down. She was down because she knew that eventually you was going to find out. Well, I guess Danny and her best friend run with the same clique because the people in the clique asked Danielle, hey, girl, you going to the baby shower? What baby shower are you talking about? Your best friend baby shower, girl. But just like any other friend, Danny showed up to the baby shower. And when she pulled up, her baby daddy car was in the driveway. And she said, herself said, huh? What the fuck is he doing here? So I guess Danny took a peek inside and went back outside and realized that her baby daddy was happy-go-lucky in that bitch and smiled. So what did she do? She called her cousins and she called her brother and said, y'all need to roll up real quick. Because she said she knew she was going to be putting hands on somebody and she may not want to do that in her condition, so she needed backup. Child, this girl was clocking their movements like nobody else, and as soon as she realized they had pulled up, she went through the gate. She said she walked in, her baby daddy saw her and went through the side gate. That boy was a runner. He was a track star. She walked up to her best friend and she was like, oh, is there something you want to tell me? Her best friend said, I thought he was going to tell you. I really thought he was going to tell you. She was like, tell me what? That we were pregnant. We were having a baby together. Child, next thing you know, Danny is putting hands on a pregnant woman. 2 pregnant women. Well, you know, people got in the middle and decided they was going to break that shit. And they held Danny back. And as soon as they held Danny back, her peoples walked in. You know, it was melee. Melee. On top of that, Danny's baby daddy family was at the fucking baby shower celebrating. So somebody. Ooh. Yes, and Danny did do a high-speed chase to catch up with her baby daddy, too. I'm guessing she whooped his ass as well. Y'all just keep making my friendship group smaller and...
Your baby daddy got somebody else pregnant as well. So you got 2 kids here who are going to be born and they're going to be like step brothers or step siblings, whatever it may be. I don't know which one's worse. The fact that these women are best friends, she doesn't even know that her man stepped out of that relationship, and not with just some random, with her best friend. Like, I mean, you guys are friends. Like, this is the weirdest part, right? Like, you would have thought women are so close that they know each other like the back of their hand, right? But how don't you know that your man stepped out of that relationship and got your best friend pregnant as well? And at the same time, this is your best friend. How don't you know who the man she got pregnant by is? How do you have to find it? Through the baby shower. You know, it doesn't make any sense. That means you guys are not really tight like that. You know, You guys are not really close friends like that, because I thought girls, you usually know each other's darkest secrets, everything they need to know about each other. But how could you have not known that she's pregnant by your baby dad? You know, that's the most twisted thing ever, man. But hey, I don't think they ever stayed friends after that point. You know, I think their friendship broke that day. Their friendship ceased to exist the moment she found out. Now I'm curious to find out part 2 to this, to hear if they threw hands or not, because yo, they're both pregnant. So 2 pregnant women wrestling. I mean, is that even a thing or what? Like, just imagine that on a baby shower, you got 2 pregnant women wrestling just because, you know, they share the same baby daddy. At this point, I think they should have just teamed up to go beat up the dude. But at the same time, it's like her friend must have known that she was dating that dude. So why did her friend go on to sleep with her man? Now, you know what I'm saying? That's a backstabbing right there. That's not a true friend. But I don't know, man. This is what I mean. Like, women, man, they can get messy, even towards each other. You see it. This is a case study right there. You guys can take notes from this. It goes on to show, man, they're even messy with their own relationships with each other.
We're having a bad day. Just know that my friend found out that her man that she's been talking to for the last 2 months doesn't even know her name. She was spending the night at his place, and he fell asleep before her. And you know, when women like you know, they tend to go through your phone when you sleep. And she found out that he saved her name in her phone as Throat. It's not funny. And if that didn't break her heart enough, she goes in his group chat, and his friends are asking about her. And he goes, I don't know her name, but when we're in person, I just use pet names like babe, love, etc. Then he goes on to screenshot what he has for like her name saved as, puts it in the group chat. They're all laughing. She's telling me this story, and I'm trying not to laugh, but in my head I'm just like, for the past like 2 months, you've been my man, and it's like, I don't know. I guess the moral of the story is, you know, don't go through that man's phone. And now that I'm thinking about it, she had to have known, right? Like, she couldn't have been this clueless. Like, he couldn't have been that. I don't know.
Throat, man. I guess that's a flex. Why not? You can go and tell the world now. You can say you were saved as Throat. Dude, man. How can you date for months and you don't know the girl you're going out with his name? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That just shows like you weren't really interested in her as a person. Like, she probably introduced herself on the first day, you know, but you let it go through this year, come up through this year, and you just weren't paying attention because you were too busy thinking about getting between them sheets, you know? You didn't even pay attention. That's like the simplest thing. The name, you know, it's not like you gotta memorize her birthday and anniversary and engagement and, you know, all these nonsense dates that men have to keep track of, right? It's just the simplest thing, her name. You see, this is where he shot himself on the foot. I guess, I mean, it was working along, right? You were referring to her with all these acronyms, you know, like love, sweetheart, blah, 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 whatever. You were getting away for so long, but how do you get caught? It's so simple. Like, how could you have screwed out that she just accesses your phone and she sees your whole chat with the boys and everything else? This just goes on to show, I think their relationship was more of like, you know, a side piece, side dish kind of relationship. It wasn't like a main thing, right? So I don't think he was serious on his end. I think he was just having fun with her, but she was thinking that, you know, they're actually official, they're dating, they're exclusive. But on his end, he was just using her as a piece of meat, literally, like, because like, how, you don't even know her name, to put it simply. So what other explanation is there? Maybe you have a bad memory. But if you have a bad memory, then how do you know your friends' names and you don't know her name, right? Doesn't really add up. Anyways, yo, that's the video, guys. Make sure to click that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what y'all thought. Till next time.